Entrepreneurs and creatives often find their unique impact in combining two disparate and seemingly ill-fitted things to create an entirely new and an unexpected thing. Like the Dropkick Murphys, blending traditional Irish folk music with punk rock. Like author Stephen Pressfield, combining his love of golf with the Hindu scriptures of the Bhagavad Gita in his film The Legend of Bagger Vance. Or like investor James Altucher, blending his love of chess with his love of entrepreneurship. Well, two disparate things that I love are Hawaiian shirts and the legendary rock and roll band Motorhead. They shouldn't go together, but for me, they do, because they both make me think about living life to the fullest. So that's why I'm wearing this badass Motorhead Hawaiian shirt today, as I set out to talk to you about the beauty of being born to lose, but decisively living to win anyway. So what the hell am I talking about when I say that we're born to lose? And does that mean every one of us or just some of us? Well, I guess it depends. I think all of us are predispositioned to being overcome by the difficulty and weight of life in some form or another. I think all of us are tempted by the innate human tendency to be drawn into selfishness, self-destructiveness, and mediocrity. We were all born with our own portion of hamartia, a Greek term to describe a fatal flaw that causes someone to miss the mark. So, no surprises in all of this. We are all born imperfect and life is difficult. We all know that, right? But some of us choose to wallow in this space and exacerbate it out of laziness, weakness, or lack of self-awareness. Some of us just accept this without ever making the effort to push our rocks uphill and defiantly choose to live to win anyway. But leaning in with the full force of our being's weight into pushing our rocks uphill in an effort to live to win, in spite of having been born to lose, is exactly what we need to do. I have a memorial tattoo with the late Lemmy Kilmister of Motorhead's portrait on my leg. It is encircled with the words, "Born to lose, live to win." This was Lemmy's trademark saying and an embodiment of his ethos. The phrase is now embedded on his tombstone in the past tense, born to lose, live to win. Lemmy was once quoted as saying, "Life's not safe, your work's not safe. When you leave the house, it isn't safe. That's why you have to enjoy the moment."
Nothing's safe, okay? Nothing.
See, Lemmy instinctively knew the truth. The failure rule number 2, nothing is safe. Now, I didn't get the Lemmy tattoo because I'm an advocate of alcohol abuse, amphetamine use, or other wildly dangerous behavior that anyone in the world other than Lemmy could not withstand for very long. No, I got it because consistent with his libertarian leanings, Lemmy saw the world as inherently unsafe. He saw himself as predisposed to failure and losing, and he took on the ultimate challenge of defying the dangers of an unsafe world and overcoming the limitations of a predisposition to failure. He followed his internal spirit voice that called him to conquer failure and leave an indelible imprint on rock and roll culture. He did this by defeating his failure tendencies, carrying the burden of his unsafe addictions, and living to win anyway. As an entrepreneur who intentionally contends with danger, uncertainty, and risk regularly, you have to remember that nothing is safe. Nothing. Life is defined by the reasonable risks you take. You have to enjoy every moment of your ride, or, as Lemmy said it,
make the most of it while you're safe now.
Learn to do this no matter how high the stakes or how tense the stress. As you travel the unsafe gravel roads of your calling journey, learn to enjoy the moments along the way. Because doing is becoming. Learn to appreciate the process of becoming. Learn to love each version of yourself on your way to your North Star Thing 2 dream. In the first episode of the 4th season of the TV show Billions, alpha male hedge fund shop owner Bobby Axelrod sports a Motorhead t-shirt for a reason. In the show, Bobby Axelrod embodies the spirit of aggressive, reward-focused, intelligent risk-taking. Axelrod operates with an implicit acceptance of myriad possible eventualities. Bobby clearly values winning as his highest goal. However, his winning often devolves his character's journey into an immoral cautionary tale. Yet, Bobby also highly values the thrill granted to him by the very action of pursuit itself. He's addicted to this feeling of being truly alive, which, in the rare times that scruples are actually in play for him, is meaningful and admirable. In the scene in which Axelrod is sporting a Motorhead t-shirt, the driving, iconic sounds of Motorhead's classic song Ace of Spades thunders as he goes about the battles of his day defending his self-made empire. The classic song urges, as many of you well know,
If you like to gamble, I tell you I'm your man. You win some, lose some, it's all the same to me. The pleasure is to blame, ain't no difference what you say. I don't say greed, the only card I need is the ace of spades. The ace of spades.
Now, Axelrod channels Motorhead because, like Lemmy, he knows that you win some and you lose some. He also knows that as an entrepreneur, the real pleasure is to play. And in the playing, Nothing is safe. Nothing. Now, from a broader philosophical standpoint, I suspect we may all know this. We all know that we don't really know how long we will live. We don't know how or when we will die. And we all know that on any given day, a million unexpected or unforeseen things could happen. Only the delusional would be arrogant enough to think that they could prudently control or prevent all of the millions of potentially unpredictable variables that shape the timing and nature of our various fates. While we all likely know and understand this, it doesn't really do us much good to obsessively think about all the horrible things that could happen to us on any given day, either in business or in life. Through all the failures I've traversed across my life, many times I've had a nagging feeling that I was utterly born to lose. I've often felt a day late and a dollar short. It is in these moments that I reflect on the unchanging imperfection of the human condition, the unsafe nature of walking through life, and the glorious adventure of getting up every day and choosing to live to win anyway. So when I feel overwhelmed and am reminded that I was born to lose, I intentionally channel my inner Lemmy and I choose to live to win anyway. And while I do my best to channel Lemmy as much as possible, I still sometimes find myself overwhelmingly struck with the fragility of this unsafe life. One night, about a year ago, I woke up at 2:30 in the morning and did not fall back to sleep until about 6:30 in the morning. There was literally no specific issue in my life causing my mind to cave into sleepless worry. My life had literally never been better than it had been at that time in the past few years, in this unique season of my journey. Yet it was this specific realization and my sense of disbelief of how good I had it right then that ushered in a frightening bout of foreboding joy. In this writhing, tense state of foreboding joy, the calmness of rational gratitude did not slow my racing mind. It did not rid me of the anxiety I was uncharacteristically experiencing. PTSD from past life shitstorms, cascading crises, and unending streams of failure overtook my spirit at the most deep and profound level. In my mind, I cataloged all these things that had gone wrong in my life and traced how many of them could possibly go wrong again. I wargamed all sorts of tragedies, calamities, and misfortunes that might yet still come my way. Job loss, income stream eliminations, lawsuits, health threats, investment degradation, harm that it could affect my children, fear of issues in my marriage, pretty much everything imaginable except an electromagnetic pulse bomb exploding over my home. Of course, there's no evidence of any imminence or probability of any of these things. Intellectually, I knew that I'd already hedged against most of these risks through strategies I've employed in the iterative building process of my life. A building process acutely informed by failure lessons from the past. Yet here I was, wide awake in the middle of the night, unable to enjoy any rest. I lay restless, unable to internalize the beauty of the gratitude I intellectually acknowledged. Because nothing is safe, our deliberate efforts to enjoy the moment, as Lemmy advised, are also not safe. It is your challenge to work through the moments that you slide into the anxiety of an unsafe world. You must feel every ounce of the terror this anxiety produces. Then you need to remind yourself of the rational actions you've taken to mitigate the risks in your life, or plan to finally enact them. Keeping prudence and risk awareness subordinated in their proper places, you need to recognize your journey as unsafe while you prepare to enjoy each moment as you choose to live to win. Reasonably prepare to mitigate the known risks in your life, but stop pretending life is safe and expecting it to be so. Because nothing is safe. You must subordinate your concerns of safety and prioritize chasing what aligns with your internal spirit voice. Then, you must move swiftly back into a joy-driven engagement with every precious moment you are given. As you chase the pursuits worthy of your life, don't overlook the pleasure and joy nestled within every nook and crevice of a life authentic. Joy is there to find amid the chaos. Joy is discoverable within the dark shadow of safety's absence. Don't let exaggerated feelings of failure's terror prevent you from taking the ride you were created to enjoy. Don't let that inhibition prevent you from savoring the joys that exist in intentionally living to win, even as you wake up many days feeling as if you were born to lose. You must always find a way back to living to win.
Yes, I can handle it, and that's the way it is. I'm in love with rock and roll. It satisfies my soul. That's how it has to be. I won't get mad. I got rock and roll to save me from the cold. And if that's all there is, it ain't so bad. Rock and roll.